computer. Recording is in progress. All right. And now we'll share the screen. All right, here it is. It's the agenda. Thank you for being here. It's 3:27, so expect us to be done by 4:27, and if not, you can ring a bell or something or wave your hands. And if you can do it at 4:22, that would be better so that I'll know, okay, it's time to wrap up. So if you can give me like a 5-minute warning, then that'll be good. Okay, so here we are. Good job in your first month. You've been doing really well. You've been getting those proxies. That was a really stressful time for a lot of us, but it seems like the job was done. And thank you for participating. Thank you for connecting with the clubs to let them know that we needed proxies. Thank you for doing that. And if you want to say any comments about that process, feel free to speak now, just so that I have an idea if there was any way that we could have done it better.
I just had problems getting a hold of the Masonites as well as you did, because I couldn't find an email or anything. I thought they had closed down or something until you got that reply from I forgot what his name was.
The new president.
Yeah, because I couldn't get a hold of them before.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
least like with the other ones, I was able to at least find a website, find contact information, find out where they're located and their times, but them I just could not find anything.
Okay, that's fine. You know, some clubs are just harder to reach than others, but I'm glad he was able to connect. And I'm not sure if he was able to finish it. I will have to ask Emily or look on. I'll figure it out. But thank you for working with them to do that. And John, did you have any experiences with club proxies?
Yeah, I did. I actually was able to contact and confirm a couple of them, and my own club, and let's see, it was the Gray Matters, and also Cigar City, and contacting Hillsborough. I haven't yet actually made contact with the club, the company club that I have. That lady, whatever her name is, has not returned my emails.
Or are you talking about JPMC?
Yeah, JPMC. I know that that's a closed club,
Okay.
and I know I talked to their president from last year back in June, and then after that, the new president, whose telephone number you provided me, I called her, but I've not actually spoken with her.
Oh, okay. Okay, well,
So she must have responded as far as the proxies go to the request that was sent by Emily.
okay. I will look and see what the outcome of that was. I feel like may have been 2 clubs that did not come through.
Maybe.
I saw, no, sorry.
No, there may have been. I wouldn't know.
Okay. Yeah, I remember
Because-
seeing it
Mhm.
flashed in maybe it was in the email. I just didn't want to lose my train of get off the
Okay.
rails. But I will answer, and I will let you know for both of you what the outcome was, if there's need for more action regarding outreach of clubs,
Yeah.
because I know that it was kind of hard to get them to tell us if they were active or what their status was. But thank you for doing the due diligence for both of you, John and Tage. Thank you for doing the due diligence to go and reach out to those clubs and try to get them involved
Yep.
and to designate proxies as well. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
I'll move on to the next item. Is there anything else John, did you have anything, or Tage?
Mhm. No.
Okay, I'll go ahead and move. Yeah, as you know, club visits and club success plans are a thing we're gonna do. Um, are you all both pretty confident with that process?
I feel like I am because I'm going to start doing my first round of visits
Oh, okay.
and just seeing how everybody's doing and if they need help with anything because I've done 2 club success plans so far.
Oh, okay, great.
Mhm.
John, any comments for
From
you?
from my point of view, I have contacted again John Christ, and of course Emily is part of that club, so
Yeah.
they've got their club success plan done. I'll be talking with the other clubs here shortly.
Oh, okay.
And I intend to attend the speech contest for Gray Matters. I think it's held on August the 31st. So I'll be going there.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'll also be talking with 1810 about their club success plan,
Okay,
as
great.
well as the other clubs. Once the problem, of course, I have is that I've got a number of clubs that meet bi-weekly. And the 1st and 3rd of August, they won't meet again until the first week in September.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's a good point. If your clubs only meet twice every 2 weeks, then yeah, it takes a little.
It takes a little forward planning. You got to
Yes.
got to stay ahead of it as best you can.
Yes, I agree.
Daj, how many clubs do you have that meet bi-weekly?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I asked, how many clubs do you have that meet bi-weekly? Every
I don't
other
think
week.
any.
They all meet weekly?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a it's certainly it's preferred, but it's more difficult to plan on things because
Yes.
you can't communicate with them every week or go to their meetings every week.
That is true. But yes, yeah. So John, we'll be more patient with your clubs, especially those clubs that are doing the every other
Yeah.
week meeting.
Yeah.
I will say that my strategy, I mean, you don't need to follow my strategy, but this is just something that I talked about with other people at the deck meeting was when I would visit the clubs, I didn't know what I was doing last year. So I visited all of them. And then I had a piece of paper I wrote down on my notes. I would figure out what the average behavior was across the membership and across how they were doing with pathways and just also what I felt, what I observed in each of their clubs, what they were strong in, what they could have done better with. And then I tried to get an average for all the clubs. And then from there, I would make comments about, oh, this club's really strong in membership, or oh, this club is really strong with spirit of fun spirit and encouraging others to talk and be fun. And also um, and then only after I saw all 4 clubs, I was able to feel like I could make a good report on all of them. So I ended up doing all my reports within like 3 days. And that's because I was new at the time. So that's how I did it. Once I got a better sense of what each club, how they behaved, then I didn't have to wait to look at other clubs to get I could just do the report right I after I visited the club the second time or the third time. But you don't have to do 3 times. I would say at least do the 2 visits a year, and that'll be fine. But feel free to move forward. I've heard people say, oh, I have to wait until I get the club success plan. Do you have any questions about that part, the need for a club success plan?
Yeah, we're just basically helping them write out their own success plan, and then we just give them any guidance and any resources that they might need to be able to fill it out.
That's a good way to approach it. Yeah, Tej. I
Because
agree.
we weren't approached last year by Lucas or anything about our club success plan because our club had everything done like the first month that I was president.
Okay.
But I don't know how other clubs do it. It looks like Metropolitan Ministries is a pretty quick moving club, but I don't know anything about Masonites. The talk of 5508, those are the only two clubs I have not really had any contact with. Everybody else I've had some contact.
Okay, that's good. John, have you have any comments?
No, I'm trying to catch up on that.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I mean, I would say if some of these clubs don't have a club success plan, when they do not, it makes it a little harder to answer some of these questions
Yep.
in the report. And when that happened in my previous experience, I would bring that up as a something that I want to see done. But you can't expect that it's going to show up in a day or even a week. I would say if you can get it in a month, that's like pretty good. If you might even get it after 2 months. So if that's going to take too long, you might want to just write up the report without the success plan. It's up to
Mhm.
you to decide, but I'm just giving you some real life insight about this issues with the club success plan, whether you have it or not. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that's helpful because I know people have had a lot of questions about it. But yes, that's it. That's all I have to say about those club visits, club success plans. Thank you for starting on getting visits to your clubs. And just yeah, just keep up the good work that you're doing, and just good to start early. As you know, we're going to start to get busy with these contests, so it's good to get a few visits out of the way before the contests start. Any questions about club visits before I move on to the next section?
Yeah, visits are fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, so they're fine.
fine. Okay, good. I'm gonna move forward.
Mhm.
Gonna move forward, and we're gonna talk about the club, how to prepare for these club content or area contests, how to prepare for area contests. Are any of you, by the way, working as a functionary in a club contest?
Well, you know I am.
Okay,
My own club,
John, yes. Yes, John is and Tej. So yes, you both are going to be active as a, so you probably know, and you, I know, John, you've been district division director, and so you've done area and you've done district or division contests as a functionary and as a participant. Um,
Yeah.
and Tej, have you done area contests in the past?
I have not done an area contest, no.
Okay, okay,
Just club.
okay, that's fine, that's fine. It's pretty similar, except there's a few rules that we have to follow that are used in order to make judging fair. I will get to that later. It'll be in the discussion, but right now we'll get started with these club contests. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll click on this link. As you know, these are the schedule. Well, you know when we're going to have our contest. We're going to do it in October 7th is area 30 and 33. So that's John and Diane.
Diane. Mhm.
Yes, so you'll be doing those contests. I believe Diane's starting at 11:30, and then John, you'll start at 1:30.
Yes, I think so.
October 7th. I will show, I shared with you a spreadsheet. I don't know if you're using it, but have you started getting those, John, have you started getting any functionaries ready?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, I have a spreadsheet as a template to use. You don't have
Oh,
to use it.
I saw
It's
it.
just an option. But
Mhm.
but I think it's good because it'll show you people, yourself, and Tage and our Diane and Angel how to do these contests. So what I'll do is, there it is. I have to go, you know what, I have to stop share. And then I'm gonna use my go to the next link here. Here it is. Just bear with me for about 30 seconds. We're gonna look at the area contest planner table. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna share the screen with you again. And okay, here's what my planner table looks like. As you can see, this is listed for area 30, which is Diane's contest. She is a contest chair of area 30's contest. And that will happen on October 7th at 11:30 a.m. John, your contest is on the next sheet.
Okay,
And as you see here, you're the contest chair for the area 33 contest on October 7th. Yours starts at 1:30 p.m. And I made this up. I said, okay,
yeah.
Diane's contest, John will be the contest master. But that's up to you, John. That's up to you. It's not in
Mm.
stone, but I'm just suggesting. And then
Yeah.
for the area 33 contest, Diane can be the contest master. You both can decide and maybe ask Tage or Angel if they want to participate as one of your functionaries. The chief judge spot is open, as well as the sergeant of arms, and then we have two of them. And then I've signed myself as the Zoom Tech Master. I'm assuming that I'll probably be the Zoom Tech Master if you're accepting of that. Which means I'll
Oh,
bring,
but
yeah,
I accept.
okay, great. So that means I'll be lugging my equipment and I'll be pretending to be an IT professional with the Zoom equipment. All right, I see here. Okay, so let's start with area 30. These are the different clubs of area 30. As you can see, the judges, they're specific judges. They're supposed to come from specific clubs. And this is a key point here. I was referring to fairness in terms of judging. And the reason why you have to have a judge come from a specific club in your area is in order for you to assure that there is an even number of judges for each participant. Does that make sense, or do you want me to explain it a little better with some simulation perhaps? How about this? I'll do a simulation. Okay, so we're going to pretend like we have these contestants. Let's say Bob Smith and Jane Doe, and there's two for humorous, and then let's say two for table topics. Let's say there's Josh, Moley, and Shirley McLean. There we go. So let's say Bob and Jane are competing for humorous, and then Josh and Shirley are competing from table topics. We need to know what clubs are they from. So let's say Bob Smith is from club 1146909. Jane Doe is from 771864. And then Josh Moley is from 6261. And then Shirley McLean is from 1412715. Okay. So we have 4 clubs competing in this contest. Does anyone recognize which club is not competing?
The 15 1 15 6 0.
15, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of tiny. I can't tell you for sure.
You're right. Yes. 1560543 is not competing. All right. So if we need to be fair, then do we need a judge from 1560543?
We could have one.
You could have one. That is true. You could. It wouldn't be unfair. But
Mhm.
but what my question is that is it necessary to have a judge from that club?
Probably not. No.
No, no. And John, what do you think?
Well, I thought that the rule was that we had to have 5 judges, and the judges ought not to be from clubs that have members participating. That's what I thought the rule was, but maybe it's
Oh.
changed.
Yeah, you could do it that way. That's one way to do it. Okay, if you want to, that's one way. I'm talking, what I have here in front of me is I'm going by the rule that if if we're able to get one judge from each of the clubs where there's a participant, that means that if there's a club that is not participating, we don't need to go to that. We don't need a judge from that club.
Except we
But
still need to have 5 judges.
yes, you're right. We still need 5 judges, but I just wanted to illustrate the point that
Sure, I understand.
in one way to be fair is to only get judges from the clubs where there's a participant and only get one judge. You don't want to get 2 judges. You want to get just one from the clubs where there's a participant. So if we just have 4 clubs participating, that means that we don't need a judge from that club that is not participating. We can go to another, we can get a judge from anywhere. But my suggestion is get one from area 33. And why do I suggest that?
Oh,
Yeah, John. Go
they're
ahead.
going to be there anyway. I mean,
Yes, because they're
so
going to be
they
there.
can come early and be for the first contest, and
You got it, John. Yes, they will be early. They will be there. They'll be there. So we can just pull them over. They're not listed here, but John is right that you just ask someone who's already there to be a judge for the later contest. Tell them, can you be there, judge for the earlier contest? They're probably going to say, yeah, why not? Easy
Sure.
peasy. So that's what a good way to save resources, so you don't have to go ask new people to be judges. Just borrow from the other contests, from the other contest that's happening on that same day. So thank you, John. Thank you for answering that question. And then for timers, and is that all clear with the judging? Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured at least in our case that, well, I said I kind of figured at least in our case, since Angel and I are going to be doing it on the same day, that if we need judges, we'll just borrow from each other.
Yeah, there you go. Good.
Because I felt like that would be the best for all the roles, since we're going to be fulfilling each other's contest or SAA, whatever is needed.
Yeah.
And then it's just really getting the the contestants, because I guess a contestant on the first half could be a judge on the second half.
Is that true? I don't,
I don't see
I'm
why
not so
not.
sure about that, Jay.
yeah, you can't get,
If you're a contestant, I don't think you can be a judge.
yeah, like,
Maybe you can in a club contest. Maybe you can.
maybe in a club contest, but I think for the area
Yeah.
contests, I think that there's a little more regulation. I mean, I would be, if, I wanted to be safe, I would say that contestants and functionaries need to be separate. Like, you can't have one person be a contestant in one contest and be a functionary in the other. I know I've had that happen once, but it was really, it's really hard to communicate to the whole 15 group, your team of 15 or so people, that this person is only a contestant for humorous, but not for table topics, is a functionary for table topics. So for those reasons, I would avoid having people switch between functionary and contestant role.
Okay.
Thank you for listening about that. Yeah, but you can certainly, as long as a person's a functionary, I would say I would be okay with switching roles as a functionary. I'm okay with that.
Sure.
But yeah, so John brought up a good point. He said, if I wanted to get a judge from another area, you could do that. You just want to make sure that none of the judges, you want to make sure that none of the judges, that the clubs where your contestants are from don't have any judges present there. That's one way to do it. So let's say, if we want, we could get judges from Carrollwood, from Division B. We could just get a bunch of judges from Division B. That's not gonna bother anybody because we're not dealing with Division B contestants. Or you can get it from A or D. That's going to be easy to do if you know those people. If you know enough people, then you can do that. But my suggestion is, since you know you're the area director and you're more familiar with your area clubs, it's going to be easier for you to just match one judge for each of your contestants. So that's my whole point here. So I'll go ahead and I will end my conversation about this and ask if you have any questions about what I just said. Okay, I'll move on. All right, and real quick, your sergeant of arms, chief judge, Zoom tech master, that can be from anywhere. There's no issues with fairness when you're talking about what clubs they come from. Just get them from anywhere. Same with timers and ballot counters. As long as you get timers, ballot counters. And I want to also add one thing. If you want to get new club members feet wet, if you want to give them a little bit of experience being at a contest to learn what a contest is about, timer is probably the easiest job to get someone new to do. And then I would say after that is ballot counter. That's not too hard. As long as you can do math, then as long as you're comfortable doing math, then I think that's the only requirement for ballot counter. Sergeant of arms is kind of an easy role. You just have to be attentive and you're going to want to be attentive at all times. ballot counters, you don't even really have to pay attention. I'll just tell you that. You just have to be paying attention when you're counting ballots, which is just for like 10 minutes out of the whole contest. But for timers and sergeant of arms, you do want to have people, it's not too complicated, but you want people to be attentive the whole hour and a half. So expect them to be, if you're going to get volunteers, just let them know that they're going to be attending, be awake and attentive for 90 minutes. And so that's all I can say. And chief judge is pretty important. That's a whole, like, there's some guidelines about how to do chief judge. Contest master is a lot of talking. It's basically the MC of the whole contest, and they use a script for that. If you don't have it, let me know and I'll point you to it. Yeah, so I think for those have long scripts, contest master and chief judge. But I think once you have the scripts, you get a better idea of how to do it. And I think you've done it at the club level, so you'll know how to do it at the area level. I think you'll be good. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Questions?
So far,
No.
everything's kind of straightforward.
Okay, good. One other point I wanted to make. Remember what we were talking at the Emily and team were talking about at the deck meeting. Make sure that your clubs are eligible before they compete at the area contest. Do you remember that point of content that we were discussing?
Yes.
Okay. John, did you remember that one?
Yes, I remember that.
Okay, yes.
Eligible as a club means that they have at least 8
You got
dues
it.
paying members.
You got it.
And
Yes.
as of October 1st.
As of October 1st, you got it. Yes.
Yeah.
So you have about 6 days before, after that point, to throw your contest together. But most of those clubs don't push it to the limit. They're pretty yeah, just something to be aware of. You can check on the 30th of September, the 1st of October, and should be fine. Okay, I'm gonna move on to, I think we've already talked about the club, preparing for clubs, and I think it's good that we used area 30 and 33 as an example. They'll be going first on October 7th, and then area 32 and 31 will be doing it on October 21st. And I'm volunteering myself to be the Zoom Tech Master for your the October 21st contest. So as long as you accept, Tage, and I'll ask Angel also, then I'll do it. You just
Yeah, I
have
accept, and I'm sure he would too.
Oh, what's that?
I said I accept, and I'm sure he would too.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll stop share. We will change our document that we're looking at, and make sure that close this one out, close this one. All right, go back to close this. Okay, here it is. All right. Inventory of fall speech contest forms. Okay, we're going to look at that real quick. I feel like you might know about it already, but I want to make sure. I want to be sure that y'all are ready and comfortable, hopefully confident with fall speech contest forms. How do you both feel? Do you feel like you're confident or comfortable with speech contest forms?
Yeah,
Pretty
you
much.
just pass them out to the people that need them, and then make sure that they sign their names on it.
Okay. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty comfortable with the forms that are needed.
Okay, good.
I
Okay.
have the packet that you sent me. I'm not sure if they're in there, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
also have the website from the Zoom, not the Zoom, the first time we met. that
Okay.
has all the forms in there as well. They're dated 2022. I'm not sure if there's a 2023 one out there.
Oh,
It says November 2022, but I think that should be fine because it's after the last thing.
I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that that's fine.
Okay, I will double check in case I need a, after the meeting, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be okay. Do you want me to do showing any forms, or do you want me to just bypass this part?
You can probably bypass
I
that
don't
part.
think you need to show us the forms.
Yeah.
Okay,
The only point I wanted to make was that
Okay.
on the judge's guide and ballot, you need to do them both two-sided. They're two-sided forms.
Okay, so you're talking about, oh, the certification or the
I'm
ballot?
talking about the judge's guide and ballot.
Oh, okay, so let me go to that one. Let me pull that one up. Go back here. All right, so let's go to share screen. Share screen. All right, and then this judge's guide and ballot. Okay, so let's look at a sample here. It's table topics. So here's a table topics.
Yeah, you see where it says page 1 and 2.
Oh, okay, okay, I see.
You need to make sure that if you're copying it, you copy both sides.
Oh, okay, because it's two-sided. Okay, I got you. I've been printing one-sided here, but yeah, you're right. If it has to be copied, then yeah, we have to check to make sure it's two-sided. Good point, John. Thank you. Good. And then all right, so that's good for that one. I'll move on. I'll move on to let me go share screen here again. Okay. How to hybrid meeting. How, and this is my document on how to do a hybrid meeting. It's really called How to Set Up a Hybrid Meeting. I borrowed from David Gosnell and Shirley Rowell. And you know, David used to be the program quality director, and then Shirley's from Carrollwood. And yeah, so I borrowed from them. This is my guide to you all. I printed it out. I have it on Google Drive if you need it. Basically, the way I set up this hybrid meeting, it's laid out here. Since I'll be your Zoom master, I don't have to go into this much detail. But if you're curious, you let me know. Is it okay if we skip through this part?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at Zoom.
Pretty good at Zoom. Okay, cool. So I'll skip. I'm gonna change over to the next one. Let's item. Club performance table is the next point to talk about. Okay, so it's 4:05. Okay, so that's good. We still have about up to 20 minutes, I would say. Do any of you want to go through the club performance table?
I think I have one that I have for my own club.
Okay. Now, John, what about you?
No, I'm okay with going. You don't need to go through it with me.
Okay, I made a video. If you want to watch it, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
It's on my YouTube channel. So it's 20, almost 28 minutes. So I think that'll be good if you need to get through it. But it's not, I feel like since y'all already know how to do it, so I will move on. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, so just let me know if for some reason you want to go through that, then I'll do that. Okay. Yes, and then the Division C success plan. So that's something that I heard for the first time today, but I had come across it a little. Anyway, I have it up here. I'll show it to you. All right, so. I'll go through this with you. Let me know if you accept it. All right. District mission and purpose. The mission is to build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. Can you see it, by the way?
I've copied it, so
Oh,
I
okay.
know.
Oh, okay. Okay. District purpose is to enhance quality and performance and extend the network of member clubs within the boundaries of the district. And what this does is offer greater opportunity for people to benefit from the Toastmasters educational program in 3 ways. First way is to focus on the critical success factors as specified by district educational membership goals, ensuring that each club effectively fulfills its responsibilities to individual members, and providing effective training and leadership opportunities for club officers and district leaders. Okay, as division director, I will support clubs by supporting area directors. So what is my goal? My role, my action as a division director? It's here. It's support clubs by supporting area directors. How is this done? I must ensure that each club achieve its mission and fulfills responsibilities to its members. And that I have to coordinate activities within the division, set division goals, and motivate and guide area directors. So to accomplish this, I'm supposed to build these division director teams, which include division council members. Okay. Anyway, I want to make sure that y'all, I'm not just reading through this, and I want you all to read through it. Or actually, I want to see Tage, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Can you read the paragraph called team composition, please?
Where it just says names the members of the division's core team. These include division director, division council members, and others. And then names of division extended teams may include such people as the assistant division director.
Yes. Yes, so I'm recommending that John Lash be our informal advisor. I just need to make sure that he accepts. And he's from the USAA club. That's in where is it?
It's
in-
like Riverview, Brandon.
That's where it is. Oh wait,
No, it's in New Tampa, isn't it?
it's in New Tampa.
Oh yeah, there's 2. Yeah.
It's like between, New Tampa. That's where it is. So yeah, that's it. Okay, John, do you want to read the core values, please?
Absolutely. Toastmasters International core values are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. These are the values worthy of a great organization and should be incorporated as anchor points in every decision made within the organization. Toastmasters core values provides a means of guiding and evaluating the organization's operations, planning, and envisioned future. What are the division's core values? And you've listed 1, Division C leaders move forward like birds flying in formation. The Division C director and Area 30 to 33 directors. 2, respect, integrity, service, and excellence. And 3, fun, understanding, community, and engaging.
Yes, those are my recommendations.
Is that pronounced Fucci, or is that
Fucci? That sounds good to me. Fucci. What do you think, Tage?
To me, I thought it was foos,
Foos?
like a
Could be.
foosball, but without the double O.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably true.
Well, do
Because
you?
I'm an inappropriate person, so I don't want to read it the other way.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, I should do a humor speech, but I can't because I'm area director.
Oh, it's okay. It's
Wish you
okay.
could.
No, I'm just kidding. I did terrible last year.
It's fine. I messed it up. I messed it up. before, yeah. Fine. Yeah, I mean, do you think these are good core values?
They're good.
And maybe do you have any suggestions about how to enhance it?
I feel like it's just, the generic types of things that a company and organization would want out of its people or its organization itself. I've noticed because I've worked with a lot of companies that usually when they have things like this, they're trying their best to follow it, but they also tend to not think about it or even remember it unless it's like one of those things that is like the cornerstone of their business. So it's more of like one of those things where it's like a billboard, you see it, you're like, wow, this is great, but then you just keep driving. And then unless you see it again, you're not really going to think about it.
Okay,
But Toastmasters itself does embody that, but I don't feel like it has to be written in order for like the people to embody that because the people are already here to help people speak, to help provide a service. They're very into integrity just by virtue of being a nonprofit. Um, so I feel like to me that it's good to like have it written down, but just thinking about it like with any company's core values, like I could ask you right now, you probably drink Coca-Cola all the time, but what is their I don't remember the terms because I haven't taken marketing classes in a long time, but you wouldn't really think about it unless somebody reminded you or asked you the question, but you know that that's what Coca-Cola is going for, and it's something to do to be better than Pepsi. I think
oh,
that's their tagline or something like that, their mission statement.
oh, really? Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know about. I mean, I knew they were in competition, but I never heard it said that it's actually core value to beat Pepsi.
Yeah, some companies do stuff like that.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Well, John, what about you? Do you have any comments?
No, I think the core values are important and they're really um, not debatable. I think that's they're what we strive for in Toastmasters. As far as the core values of the division, fun, understanding, community, and engaging, yeah, I like that. Fousey. Fousey's okay with me too.
We'll have to this year. I guess we'll have to figure out if it's Fucci or Fusi. All right. Well, I'll move on. I'll probably ask our other area directors if they have any comments. This is supposed to be accepted on September 30th. So I still have a little bit of time. Still have a 6 weeks or so, 6 or 7. Okay. Thank you for your comments. I will thank you for your support, your endorsement. I will move on to team operating principles. What principles does a team hold? Such as trust, safe learning, and collaboration. So this is what I drafted here. I said respect for our own personal lives so that we can have some time, personal life, don't want to get overwhelmed. You can take a little bit of time off if you need it. Hopefully you'll be there when we need you for the contests, for getting those club like the proxies, which we got done, and also the club visit reports. But we will, I say we should have respect for our own personal lives. Our number 2 operating principle is to set up meetings where we can all conveniently wait, such as meetings right after deck meetings. Also, aim for excellence in education and training. Answer those questions for that our clubs have, our club members, as accurately as completely as possible. Our fourth aim, to plan for contests and training events as early as possible. And 5, encourage clubs to use table topics to get members out of their shells. So those are my 5 recommendations for team operating principles. And I would like to hear your comments about it.
I like the idea of using the table topics to get members out of their shells.
Okay, thank you.
One of the
Because I
things
think
I've
that's
noticed-
how I got out of mine, was through
Yeah.
table topics.
it's a really, really important part of the program. And sometimes I feel like the table topics Toastmaster is too often calling on guests to participate in table topics and not members who otherwise don't have a part of the program. I'd like to see members who don't otherwise have a role be sure to be called on in table topics even before the guests. But that's just my feeling. I think table topics really helps you to develop speaking skills more than on a regular basis, more than almost any other exercise.
Yes, John, I agree. I think it's a good point about, and I agree what Tage endorsed it also about table topics. Encourages us to get out of our shells. Thank you for both of you for the endorsement about point number 5. And then I just wanted to tag along with John. As you said, sometimes guests are called upon for table topics, and I think it's good to be sensitive to the fact that the new members may be scared away if they're thrown into the fire too quickly. Is that what you're trying to get at, John?
Well, I guess what I'm trying to get at is the members are paying their dues and they ought to be given an opportunity to participate in table topics because that will help them to become effective speakers quicker than anything else we do.
Yes, okay, good. So you're more focused on saying, you paid your dues. Now we got to make sure you're doing some table topics.
I think so.
Okay, cool. I agree with that. I agree and support it. Well, I will leave this up here, team operating principles. I still have to work on these other pieces, such as potential obstacles. What obstacles will the team have to consider when you're making strategies? Some of these obstacles could be conflicting personal commitments, distance, unresolved conflict, etc. If you have ideas, do send them to me. I will also ask if you have any ideas about meeting protocol. How will the team process tasks? I'll probably use what we've been doing as a guide to write, to complete this part about meeting protocol. Team interactions and behavioral norms. How will decisions be made? I think we'll have a little bit more time to talk about this. So this is kind of involved, but we'll figure it out. Right now, that's all I have for now. And do you want me to go through it more, or do you think that's enough?
I think we've done enough.
And Tage, do you agree?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty set to be able to succeed for the next couple of months.
Okay.
Stefan, the only thing I suggest is that you send out an email to us giving us contact information for all of us who make up the Division C team. That is Diane and Tage and Angel and myself. If you could send out an email
Okay,
It would help me to be able to contact other members.
okay. Okay, Tage, you agree with that?
Oh yes, for sure.
Okay, okay, cool.
We're gonna need
Okay.
people for our club area director or the area meeting, the area
Yep.
contest. So
Yep,
be nice to have a collaboration
Okay,
between
good,
us.
good. I'll send it right away and I'll probably do it right after this, at the end of this meeting. I will go ahead and stop the recording and stop share, stop